Architects have the unique ability to change the built environment. Do we want to stand out? Do we want to blend in?
There's a lot of creativity that can come from some of the smallest things. The vision behind starting Kollin Altomare Architects was to have a boutique architectural firm where we could pay special attention to every project. We've completed over 400 hospitality projects in 28 states and 4 countries in the last 22 years.
Kollin Altomare is incredibly good at taking something from the abstract and moving it into the quantifiable.
Their work exceeds expectations as compared to some of the national and even international firms.
When you're a creative individual or a creative company for that matter, sometimes it's hard to maintain an air of authenticity, and I think they do that really, really well.
I feel we balance creativity with pragmatism. We're creatively responsible and responsibly creative. We love to be unique, but as architects, we need to be responsible for budgets and schedules as well.
Through a diversified staff, we're able to address challenges from multiple viewpoints.
They have quality people at every single level, but more than that, these guys listen.
They are proactive, they are not reactive, and that saves time, that saves money.
What started with Paul and myself has now grown into 26 or more people in the 2 offices in Chicago and Long Beach. We're just about doubling our square footage in Chicago and very, very excited about what we have to offer for the next several years here in this office.
Kollin Altomare is working on a very substantial project for us that in totality is about $1.4 billion worth of work. What we have found is this development will generate over $7 billion of new economic impact over 30 years and create about 4,000 jobs. So it changes the landscape of a city.
We're currently working on a $240 million renovation to the Frenchman's Reef Resort in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. Started off as being a small renovation project to 2 hotels after Hurricane Irma came through the islands. It really devastated the property and all of St. Thomas.
This is kind of the largest project that we've undertaken as a company. So they are our architects of record. So we're completely rebuilding the entire campus comprising of 2 hotels.
This was a much more closed-off space. You didn't have views to the harbor on one side and to the ocean on the other. And so what we wanted to do was just open this up so that when you arrived at this hotel, you knew immediately where you were in St. Thomas. You were right on the water in one of the most beautiful places in the world.
I think it's in their fabric to put their clients' needs first.
Michael and I are intimately involved with every project that comes through the door. We always felt that we needed to keep the firm on the lean side, do more with less.
They're big enough to have all the disciplines and the experience, but they're small enough to give you personal attention. You have to have somebody you can trust, rely on, that's dedicated to what you both are trying to do.
They're likable people and they're good at what they do. They deliver on what I expect instead of just pushing through what they think is important.
If the past is any indication of the future of this firm, it's growth.
We don't have the recognized name as some of the older firms in our industry, but I know for sure we have the talent to compete with the best of them.